If you lie to yourself, just remember that it is a lie. Do yourself a favor and remember it's a lie. Because if you decide to believe your own lie, you can get yourself in trouble. As you can see in the title, a man that I reported that he was arrested, accused of the murder of his wife, and now he has another case of fraud, who was very close, always advocating for one particular false prophet down in Limpopo. This is the man right here, Livhu, SABC Livhu. He's a comedian. And this is the so-called prophet that he was always defending and so forth. His name is Murito. Now, if you've been on this channel long enough, you'll know that a few months back, Murito was arrested because he had certain things that were concerning. And now, he himself is also arrested. Friendship in jail. Their friendship now also goes all the way to jail. This is the definition of friendship. You are friends. You are really friends. Now they are doing that in thingy. Now, this particular comedian, who was always defending or making defenses of this false prophet whenever he had issues, has recently been attending a case of fraud. And this particular case of fraud, I remember there's the murder one, that one is resuming very soon. To get full update concerning this case and so forth, you can follow Rita, also known as Fulfero. She is a vendor blogger. She goes there directly to the court and she documents. So you can go and follow her on Facebook. She posts about this particular case. So this so-called comedian and false prophet defender, at a particular point, he felt invincible. He used to tell people all kinds of things. So the man decided to represent himself in court. And as he was doing so, it's almost like a movie. I'm telling you, movies. When they say people write movies, no, I think they had not seen this man.
The Honorable Court says that the sentencing in respect of count 1 and 2 shall proceed before a judicial officer who shall be seized with the trial on remaining charges from which this Honorable Court has recused itself from. Now, musi hey Honorable Court yote robomandaje rotamba zwanda rikosiyana muledza wa uri udoda mumwe judge abagweba apezisa. I'm still standing waiting for a new judge. Now when this Honorable Court came back again, it's against the law because it violates section 165.5 of 1996 Act 108, and the revocation of bail was not necessary, my lord. Fit to continue.
Like I mentioned, if you start believing your own lies, you are in trouble. Like if you start believing a lie, like you've been telling this lie long enough. Now in his case, the lie, he has legal representation, but he refused for the legal representation to represent him here. Like I said, go follow Fulpelo. She explained how the court sitting was, and so he just decided this time to represent himself. And as you can hear, the man is there. I don't know. He really must believe the court is just being confident. If you are just confident about what you are saying, you must be telling the truth. And the judge has no option but to believe you. The side effects of lying to others so much that you forget that the lie you are telling is a lie. You keep telling yourself, I'm multi-talented. You think multi-talented applies in court. They will lock you. They will lock you. This is a D. English ran away. English decided, hey, I cannot associate myself with such things. If you lie to yourself, just make sure to remember. Just make sure to remember it's a lie. Because some people have lied to themselves for so long that they don't even know they are lying. No, they genuinely don't. I don't know how else to explain it. This man is clearly buying his own lie to a point where he thinks the court must be convinced. When you are lying to other people, do remember, recall, it's a lie. Otherwise, if you are this man, I pity you. Because you have no memory to recall what a lie is, because you've never known truth to begin with. Your friendships were people who were dodgy. The people you defended, the people you always sided with were dodgy man people. So you have no recollection. You see, you have no recollection of what truth actually looks like. So as a result, compromised. And in your state of compromise, you don't know what truth is. You see Murito here. He told himself he doesn't have to be true. He doesn't care. He doesn't have to answer to anybody. Now he's in jail. The comedian here, he believed he could get away with whatever. He believed, when they said believe in yourself, I think maybe they were thinking about these guys. When they said believe in yourself, they didn't know that these guys were coming. They are coming. Distraction rose upon them. Why? Because they forgot to tell themselves, this is a lie. I finished this video with this thought. We don't have to repeat this thing. When you lie to yourself, remember. He's a comedian. Even he himself, he forgot he was acting. He started to believe his own lies. They're busy shouting at the judge. At the end, he thought he had done a good job. He was there smiling. Why? He lied to himself for too long. It has a very terrible effect. You won't like what it looks like at the end. You lie to everybody else. Okay. You'll forget the boundaries of what marks right and wrong. You see this gap here that I left here in the whole video? It's a representation of you. This whole gap I left here, it's intentional. I left it for you. I should have been sitting here. I should have been sitting here having this looking room. I left it like this. This represents you. You don't even... So who's costly? You are no longer out of proportions. Your guidelines have been completely eroded away. Okay. Check you out on the next episode. Other episodes aren't ready to be down in the pinned comments. When you lie, it has terrible effects. But remember, if you don't remind yourself, this is a lie, you will lose the compass. And you start believing it.